Hello, welcome to our VNA broadcast daily, and following today's headlines.
Prime Minister Nguyễn Tấn Dũng receives Vice Chairman of the Chinese People's Political Consultative Conference, Hu Hua. Vietnam-Japan boosts economic cooperation. Photo exhibition captures post-war time Hanoi.
Prime Minister Nguyễn Tấn Dũng received Vice Chairman of the Chinese People's Political Consultative Conference, Hu Hua, in Hanoi on May 3rd. The government leader described the visit as a practical contribution to the two countries' wide-ranging cooperation.
Dũng told the Chinese official, who is former head of the Macau Special Administrative Region, that Vietnam and China have enjoyed a traditional and friendly relationship, and then lifted their ties to a comprehensive strategic partnership. He stressed that Vietnam will try its best, together with China, to further develop the cooperation for the benefits of both nations. The Prime Minister proposed the two sides to continue facilitating economic, trade and investment activities between their businesses, and the Chinese side create favorable conditions for the Vietnamese community in the country. For his part, Ho said that Vietnam-China Comprehensive Strategic Partnership has brought practical benefits to the development of the two countries over the past time. He affirmed that China treasures its ties with Vietnam, added that his visit aims to further strengthen the friendship and mutual understanding between the two nations, as well as bilateral cooperation in economics, trades and investment. The same day, President of the Vietnam Fatherland Front, Huỳnh Đàm, received the Chinese guest.
Prime Minister Nguyễn Tấn Dũng on May 3rd received Japanese Economic and Fiscal Policy Minister Amari Akira, who is in Vietnam on a working visit.
During the reception, they described the visit as a contribution to promoting Vietnam-Japan multi-faceted cooperation. The Prime Minister highlighted the recent achievements in the bilateral strategic partnership, hoping that further efforts will be taken to enhance the two sides' cooperation. He asked Japan to continue paying attention to investment in Vietnam and creating favorable conditions for Vietnamese goods in the Japanese market, especially aquatic and seafood products. Dũng affirmed Vietnam's support for Japan's joining of the Trans-Pacific Partnership Agreement and said he hopes that the countries will work closely at the negotiation process. For his part, Minister Akira said his country will spend efforts to develop the two sides' cooperation in all fields, particularly in economics. He expressed hope that Vietnam will facilitate Japanese enterprises' work in the country.
Two unmanned aerial vehicles successfully completed trial flights for the first time at the Space Technology Institute of the Vietnam Science and Technology Academy in Hanoi on May 3rd.
The two were Mach-5 unmanned aerial vehicles manufactured by the Institute as part of the State Scientific Research Project. The successful test flights mean that the project's engineers and staff have become the first Vietnamese people to successfully research and build the vehicles in Vietnam, said the project director Phạm Ngọc Lãng. The unmanned aerial vehicles will be used for scientific research, serving socio-economic development, such as the study of desertification, the impact of climate change, and deforestation in the Central Highlands. All the steps of the manufacturing were undertaken by our engineers, from research, design to manufacture. The vehicles are all operated using an automatic control system, following programs set on a digital map foundation. The Institute will now focus activities on expanding the flying range and technology of the vehicles in preparation for mass production.
A rare photographic collection of Hanoi during the post-war period between 1980 and 1983 was in the first public showcase in London on May 3rd and 4th. The exhibition was organized by the talented young Vietnamese people who have been studying and working in the UK.
60 photographs taken by John Ramsden, a British diplomat cum photographer, brought to life the spirit of the capital city during a remarkable past for which there were few comparable records. In the early 1980s, when Vietnam was at the beginning of a difficult period following the war end, John Ramsden arrived in Hanoi as part of the British Diplomatic Service mission. He went for long walks around the city of Hanoi, bicycled out to the surrounding villages, and made trips during the weekends, always bringing along his camera. More than 1,800 photographs of Hanoi had been taken as a result between 1980 and 1983.
Well, it was a very strong impression. You know, I had no idea what to expect when I first came to Hanoi. I had never seen a photograph of Hanoi before I arrived because in those days there was no internet or anything. I did not realize that it is 1,000 years of history, and it was so peaceful and beautiful. In those days it was completely quiet. It was, you know, it was just I felt the traditions had adapted and survived, the cultural heritage was there, and it was not something I knew about, so I was really fascinated.
These photos remind me of the life of our former generations about 30 years ago, showing the optimism of Vietnamese people despite the hardship in the past. They also help overseas Vietnamese youngsters and international friends understand more about Vietnamese people and country. At the opening of the exhibition on May 3rd, Vietnamese ambassador to the United Kingdom Vũ Quang Minh said, "The pictures show that even during one of the most difficult periods of time, Hanoi is still so beautiful, with simple, peaceful and charming daily life." Minh also thanked John Ramsden for being a faithful guardian of these fond memories of Hanoi. The exhibition tour started at Vietnam Cultural Day in Copenhagen and will commence in Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh City later this year.
Situated 30 nautical miles away from the mainland, the Lý Island district in the central province of Quảng Ngãi has a population of 2,000 persons per 10 square kilometers. Despite obstacles caused by the geographic location and socio-economic conditions, local people have increased their awareness of education. Let's take a look.
Different from other remote and mountainous localities in the country, people on Lý Island have acknowledged the significance of education to their children's future.
Our district provides universal access to primary and secondary education. We have enough teachers for levels. The district has received new attention from central and provincial levels, which has helped us build 26 classrooms and 7 staff rooms.
This is an upper secondary school on the island. Established 30 years ago, initially it had only 2 classrooms and 70 students and very few teachers. Thanks to the consideration of agencies and branches at central and local levels, as well as individuals, the school's infrastructure and teaching quality have improved.
Every student in our school is provided with 70,000 dong each month and is exempt from tuition fees. Disadvantaged students have received scholarships from organizations and individuals. The percentage of students passing the final exams is 100% and university entrance exams 50%. In 2010, our student Nguyễn Văn Thể came first in the entrance exam to Ho Chi Minh City's Tôn Đức Thắng University.
To facilitate pupils' learning conditions, the school has expanded internet access. It is striving to meet the national standard in the 2015-2016 school year. The Nguyễn family in Tây Village and Vĩnh Commune has received many certificates of merit in study encouragement. 64 young people in the family have passed university entrance exams. 18 others have passed college entrance exams. The family has 3 master degrees and 2 doctorates.
Over the last 5 years, people in Lý Island district has paid due attention to children's learning. Our family has set up a fund to encourage children to study. To date, tens of millions of dong have been mobilized.
The family presents 400,000 dong to each descendant who pass university entrance exams and 300,000 dong to those who pass college entrance exams. Day by day, despite of difficulties, the islanders try to create conditions for the children to pursue their education.
And that is the end of our news today. Thanks for watching and goodbye for now.